I want you guys to understand how strict my parents are. My parents didn't call me when I said, yo, guys, I don't have a job anymore. They called me and said, okay, cool, what are you going to do? They didn't say, yo, come home, come build again. Like, come, let's help you. Let's, you know, let's find a way for us together. My dad just said, you're an adult, ne? That was my dad's words to me. He said, you're an adult, ne? I said, yes, Papa. He said, okay, fix the problem.
I had a roommate in university who cleaned 3 times the entire year.
Ha!
The reason why South Africa is so messed up is because we all have so much trauma. He's like, we have trauma from apartheid, trauma from like growing up in apartheid, and now we're all just so depressed inside, which is why we have all these addictions.
Yeah.
So we all are traumatized. And we started speaking about therapy. And then that conversation then redirected to my point about parenting and therapy. And this guy was like, he was in a baby shower, and he said that his friend was like, you know what, I've got these kids, they're 12, I've taught them how to be honest, how to be truthful, I've taught them how to be, you know, hardworking citizens, how to love, but I've never taught them how to exist in a world where those things don't exist.
Yeah.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Seated with Lebo and Thato Rampedi, guys. I am so excited for this episode because we have been having such amazing and fruitful conversations. But today I was like, you know what, guys? I want us to have a light-hearted conversation.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I was chilling in my apartment with my brother today, decluttering my entire
an entire
office,
room.
Yeah. And I found my certificate, like literally, what's it called?
A degree.
I found my degree. I just wanted him to say it.
Participation.
Participation. I found my degree, and if you guys don't know, I'm an engineer. And I was like, wow, man, like that threw me back to like living alone.
Engineering graduate.
Yeah. Okay.
You like to say you're an engineer. You're not an engineer. You're an engineer graduate.
All right. So it threw me back to like living alone. It threw me back to living in university, living in residence, like making my big decision. Like, should I stay in res? Should I stay off campus? Like choosing my apartment, you know, living at home for a while with him, living with my brother. And there was so many conversations that I wanted to speak to you guys about. So if you guys don't know, this is Seated with Lebo and Thato Rampedi, where we have uncomfortable conversations in a light-hearted manner. And today is going to be a great episode. But before we get started, you guys know that we are not only here on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Spotify has blessed us, guys. They now have enabled for you guys to watch these videos on Spotify. And on top of that, if you guys love watching podcasts, if you guys like creating podcasts, listening to podcasts, and you just feel like, no, man, I love watching, I love creating, I want my own podcast, you guys can now literally download the Spotify for Podcasters app, and you can use that as a medium to literally post all of your podcast audio and video formats, and which is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
On top of that, guys, we have made sure that all of our episodes dating back to about 13 episodes now are now all available on Spotify for video. So go have a look there. Once you've had a look and you want to create your own, get the app Spotify for Podcasters. But before we get started, there's one crucial question that I have to ask you.
How are you? I feel like people say that like at the same time as I said.
Yeah, actually.
Guys, please start saying that at the same time as us.
Let's go.
Even if you haven't, the most important question of the week is how are you?
How are you gonna get us started?
I'm okay. Unemployed. Unemployed right now. Don't have a job. I can finally say that because now all the contracts and stuff are done. I've resigned from my job. New journey ahead, thinking about myself, what's next for myself. Do I want to go back to work? Do I want to like chill for a bit? And you guys are like, chill for a bit, how much money is that guy have? But yeah, a lot of stress that comes with leaving a job and trying to find a new one. And but that's not what the theme of today's podcast is. But besides all of that, I'm okay. I'm just trying to rebuild myself, redefine what I want for myself. And yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sure that throws you back to like actually like your university days where you had to like start applying on work. Like, what am I gonna be? Like, how does it make you feel? Do you feel like it's the same feeling, or do you feel like you've got more options now?
Nah, like now it's like what I feel as if after you've worked for a little bit, you can start deciding what type of job. In the beginning, it's you get what you get. Yeah. But now it's like, oh no, maybe I'll try Cape Town, I'll try Centurion. I don't like working in this area. I like working in this area. Because, you know, your CV's built up now, you know? Yeah. You've got 2 years experience. I've got 2 years experience. Yeah. I'm moderate in, I'm not moderate. What is that called? I'm decent in SQL, Python, R, Power BI. I can code in every language, basically. I can do data analysis. I can do data architecture. I can do data processing.
So now
it's like,
yeah. So when people are looking at you, it's not like, he's a graduate. It's, he has experience.
Yeah. So it's like I can just go into a job now. Whereas before, it's like you just have a degree.
And they have to teach you.
All you've ever done is write exams, by the way.
So did you go through a graduate program?
I've done 2 graduate programs.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did 2 graduate programs. The second one was very fulfilling. I got like certified in multiple coding languages.
It's so crazy how you can code for me, because like when I was in university, guys, coding was so difficult. Like I was coding in R.
Yeah, I can code in
R something. R Studio.
Yeah.
And it used to dribble me.
Really?
So the fact that you like saying, I'm competent in R, I can code in
Python, R, SQL.
Zulu. I'm just there like, damn. Like I wish I could do those things.
Yeah, like I can code in like, I know like 6 languages of coding, which is very cool. When I was making my CV the other day, I was like, damn.
So now, question to you, because you're going through this journey, right?
Yeah.
As someone who might be in the same position as you, who has worked 2 years of work experience, but now they've got 2 passions. They've got a passion in content creation / marketing, and they've got a passion in what you do. How do you think you could apply what you've learned in the corporate world, in the programming world, the data analysis world, into your marketing or into your thingy? Into your content creation? Is it possible to bridge
it? It is 100%. And I think that like the number one problem that content creators don't do is track. And they don't track their progress. They don't track where their views are going. They don't track what's making them doing. They don't track what colors are working, what texts are working. They don't track all of these things. And in corporate world, you track every single detail to the nit, because you have to understand what's making you profit, what's making you lose.
No, that makes me think now, because obviously I don't know if you guys know, but I've got a network of content creators, right? It's myself, Digest, Seated, Asmajita, Mami Dearest, and I need someone in like analytics. Yeah. Because imagine if I can say I've got this network of content creators.
This is their numbers.
Strategy wise, I've been able to double most of their viewing. I've been able to give them new identities, give them new platforms, give them podcasts. But on top of that, we are backed behind data. So imagine if you and I come together and say, okay, cool, I've got these people, then you know how to do a deep dive, because I also know how to access the analytics, and you build things to
like
track
dashboards and track. Yeah, it's possible. By the way, it's very easy also, by the way.
Yeah, then you track, okay, cool, Thato did 4 vlogs this past month. This vlog did well because of this. So now let's pull those concepts
into
okay, but let me stop talking about our ideas out loud.
You're giving people $1 million ideas now.
But yeah, no, that's amazing, bro. Yeah. Also, I'm very excited to see Lebo's journey. Like I feel like I've seen him. Yeah. That's not it, bro. I'm still very young, but I've seen him, as a student. I've seen him as someone who's in a graduate program. I've seen him as someone that's working. I've seen him in a second job. Yeah. Now I'm excited to see how he's going to be like as a full-time content creator. Yeah. Until he makes a decision where he's going to stay with us, right here by the content side. Please comment down.
Go back.
Stay with us.
Or go back to corporate.
But me, I'm good, bro. So, I feel like I keep saying the same things every single time I come here. But
which is?
It's just like I'm finding myself.
Which is okay.
Yeah. But I feel like that's the thing, right? Finding yourself really is a journey. And I feel like I've been taking that journey very seriously. And we almost spoke about like addictions in this episode. And we almost spoke about like things that hold us back. And I was just like, I'm not too sure. But today's conversation, like I mentioned, is about like,
living.
Yeah, but I do want to touch on this a bit. And maybe I can bring it on in my How Are You? I feel like we all are so aware of the things that hold us back, but because we are addicted to those things, we are too scared to like stop them. Well, not that we're too scared. We're aware of what holds us back. Yeah. We want to stop them. Yeah. But because we're addicted to them, we don't know how to stop them. Yeah. So I feel like I'm in that journey where like I'm aware, okay, I'm addicted to these things. I'm addicted to like, this type of scenario, this type of person, this type of thing. And I know what to do to stop, but because I'm addicted, that I'm struggling to stop, which is why I keep saying I'm trying to find myself, which is why I keep saying I'm in this journey. Yeah. I feel like I want to ask you, like, what's a good way?
I think for Thato, it's very tricky. Thato has these months or like long periods of time where he hits into his comfort zone. So he'll be in a comfort zone for a very long time, and it's like a linear. Then he'll be like, you know what? I've been uncomfortable like this. I'm ready to move on to the next level. Then he goes
to the next level.
Then the next level is tough for a while. Then he gets comfortable in the next level and says, okay, cool, comfort zone again. And then, and again, our addictions feed into our comfort zones, and they stop us from...
Our addictions enable our comfort zones.
Yeah, they enable our comfort zones, and they make it harder to progress past our comfort zones, because again, comfort is
delicious.
It's very nice.
Lovely.
And very, by the way, the most important thing, it's very predictable. You know the outcome of something before it happens, and that eases the anxiety of the heart.
Yeah.
But I think my advice for everyone is like, it's just taking a step out in each way. Like, let's say, for example, me, now I'm unemployed, etc. I'm extremely outside my comfort zone right now.
Yeah.
Like extremely outside.
No guaranteed income.
No income. I don't know when the next time I'm getting paid. I don't know. I don't know how long my money's gonna last. But it's just about saying to yourself, like, okay, cool, you're outside your comfort zone, but what are your skills that you had in your comfort zone to get you to your next comfort zone? And that's just, but we're not speaking about addiction today. That's not the topic. You see, you would have liked it.
No, but I'm saying,
by the way, guys, I told Thato, let's talk about addiction today. He was like, no. He wants to laugh. And I hear him, though.
Yeah, I wanted to have like a light sort of conversation, but then I think I forgot how powerful, like,
speaking about things.
I think when you mention addiction, I'm just like, don't want to unpack those problems. But now, as you're asking me, how are you? I'm like,
that's a great topic.
That's a great topic. Maybe I should unpack my feelings right now. Maybe I need to speak about like how I am.
It's a great topic, but maybe you guys will let us know. We can do that for the next
episode.
Because I think everyone suffers with a addiction.
Yeah.
And
I mean, most of us suffer with this one.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
one. The phone and alcohol is the biggest one.
I was having a conversation with a friend of mine and I was like, yo, let's just go into it for 10 minutes addiction, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, my biggest addiction is my friends and my phone. And it's not
your friends and your phone.
Yeah, so it's how I hang out with my friends. And there's this friend of mine who I'd hang out with the same way I hang out with you guys. I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I want us to do things that are more progressive because we want to be in this healing journey together. We will hold each other accountable. So I was like, yo, listen, we want to hang out this week, but how about I come to your place? This is tomorrow. I'm talking to her today. I'm like, how about I come to your place tomorrow? 6:30. We go for a walk. Right, so we walk for like an hour and then an hour back, or 45, 30, and then we unpack like what we want for ourselves like this week.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And then let's try and make that like,
a reality during the week.
Let's make that a reality during the week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, let's make that how you and I interact because we want to be these healing buddies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? She's a close friend of mine, basically grew up with her. So it's like, I really want to start having those type of interactions with my friends. I want to be able to call you and be like, yo, bro, there's this bicycle tour around Joburg, like you cycle for 4 hours, let's do it on Sunday instead of the things that we're used to doing. Because usually it's like, yo, let's go to a karaoke night, let's go to this bar,
something to do
a couple of drinks,
like with our alcohol addictions that are in place,
which is alcohol, music.
And again, stepping outside of your comfort zone is very hard, but it just takes conversation and commitment. I think for me, one of the things that have helped me with my addictions, I've been addicted to certain things for a very long time. I've started this new thing of writing every single day. I'll write the date, then I'll write the theme of today. Okay. So I'll just say that. So I'll write 30, what was the previous month? 08, 07?
It was 07.
07-2024. On the side, I'll say to be empowered.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just always put 5. 8. And I'll just make like a to-do list
5, 6, 7, 8.
for me to that day that I feel like is very important.
I got distracted. That's powerful. So then, so that basically you basically write what you have to do, then you hold yourself accountable. And you put purpose behind it.
Keep in mind,
that's very powerful, dude.
Keep in mind, I've never done all 5, but it's about doing the 3 out of 5. Because keep in mind, if you don't write those things, I'm not doing anything. But having a to-do list and I'm talking about every single day, I write like, okay, I'll be like, okay, level today, I'll say the dates, and I'll be like, okay, to love. And I'll be like, okay, cool, today you're going to clean your place. You're going to wash the dishes. You're going to, the next day can be for money. I can say, make 3 TikToks, make 5, etc.
I know for me, growing up with you, Shibu, Mama and Papa was something completely different to what I experienced right now, living alone in my 20s, living alone in my early 20s in university, and living with you in my even earlier 20s. I feel so old having different parts of my 20s. Yeah,
you've like completed like...
I'm almost done with my 20s.
70% of your 20s.
Yeah, I'm 27.
That's a good percentage.
Yeah, I'm on 78%.
Yeah, because the month is, you're doing the month. That's very, I can see.
Hey,
that engineering degree is actually where
it's 12 months in the year.
So you're saying
6.5.
So you'd have to 8 divided by 12. You wouldn't do, which is?
8 divided by 12.
Yeah.
4. 8 divided by 12. 8 divided by 12. It's 2 point something.
Okay.
3 point something. 4, 8,
So 72 points. Okay, but anyways,
12.
yeah. So we've done a lot of our 20s.
4, 6, 8.
I've done half my 20s,
1.8, 9.
and I can honestly say that we all start off a place of living at home.
Yeah.
It's high school now, guys.
And living at home is nice. Let's not get it twisted. Like, living at home is amazing because
Yeah.
there's meals, brother.
Yeah.
Your mother is cooking for you almost every single day. We grew up with our mother working extremely hard. Mama, thank you. But every day I knew there's a beef stew. There's chicken being made.
But I think it's all based on perspective. You know, when you hit your late 20s, you're like, damn, I miss living at home. But when you live at home, you're like, damn, these people are causing my depression, my anxiety, my stress, my need to be something special every single day. And when you finally move out and you finally get to that residence, guys, where brotherhood is brotherhood, or sisterhood is
us
sisterhood.
now hopping from home to
university, you finally get a sense of peace. Of I can wash the dishes when I want. I can cook what I want to eat today.
I think it really depends on personality type because
Yeah.
I'm a very shy, I was a very shy, laid back, reverse kid who didn't like socializing with more than 2 people, 1 person at a time. Even to this day, like, put me in a room with my friends, I struggle to like balance communication because I speak a lot. So like a lot of the time, I don't know if you've seen, I'm the one speaking the most.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you've been speaking a lot about your personal life. Listen, here, you're older than these guys here. You know? So in university, I always struggled to like socialize and everyone was so strict.
So you missed your family and the comforts of home, or what?
I enjoyed the freedom university came with. I just didn't like the fact that Res was so strict.
Res is very strict, guys.
Res was so anti-black.
Funny enough, guys, so we went to, a university in, Pretoria. I won't say which one it was, but we went to university
a university in Pretoria.
Went to university, there's like 3 universities in Pretoria. We went to university in Pretoria.
We went to UP.
And you know what? Like, I have to say, I went to UP. I've been to FITS as well.
Yeah.
Guys, UP is racist. Like, I say this of love. I say this of care. The university is great. Education is great. Everything has been perfect. I mean, I'm an alumni there, and my children will go there.
Yeah.
Because that's the best university lifestyle.
So where's the racism stemming from? Is it stemming
it's in
from
residence. It's definitely in residence. It's stemming from culture and heritage.
tradition? Yes. And this, mind you guys,
Yes.
we're speaking about our experience in 2015.
Yeah, and 2021. I was in race in 2021.
No, you weren't.
I was.
We both graduated in 2021.
Yeah, just fucking. No, from 2018 all the way to
2020. You went in 2018.
No, I went 2018, 2019, and 2020.
Yes. Oh, okay, cool. Yes.
I've
So
done
basically
3 years.
2015 so for half a decade.
Yeah, I literally was in res long. I was in res 3 times longer than you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was there for a year.
Yeah, I was there. For
All
3
right.
years. Yeah,
All that.
showing you guys how middle children suffer. But anyways, yeah, being in the change from home to res.
I mean, no, but we're speaking about where the racism stems from, right?
Oh yes.
So you were saying, so I know that you can continue, but I know for me, it stemmed from the fact that the Hakas, the leaders, they grew up in an environment which is different to obviously the environment that they had to set. Because I was there during a lot of change and, change management. And like there's a big movement towards equality and you can't do that anymore to the boys. So I feel like the traditions made them behave like their forefathers, and their forefathers definitely existed in a time where black people weren't meant to have equal rights. You understand? So for me, it was different, bro. And they were so scared. Like I think for me, they were so scared to interact with the black people. Like I would see a white leader speak to like a younger guy, my age mate, and be like, "Yo, you can't do this. This is what it takes to be a man." Thato, you should consider what I'm saying if you want to receive what I'm saying. Like you shouldn't be scared to be too shy, man. We need you to become what you're comfortable with, but we call it a man.
I think I was in res in more of like a progressive time.
Yeah.
We're changing the name of the res from, something hot to, so we were living in a time where like, the Afrikaans is still, the tradition is Afrikaans, but it now is being, washed into this progressive rainbow nation thing. But again, it's like we said, residents can be very tough, but the friendships made in res and the peace that you have compared to home is way different from my experience. Because I knew guys who'd go home every weekend.
Yeah.
They'd go, like they loved home. Which is why this podcast is very much a per viewer opinion, because I know a lot of you guys have peaceful homes, you have warm homes, you know. You go home, they talk to you guys about your emotions, what you're struggling with, they help you, you know. Then they give you advice and stuff, you know. My home is very much like, what are you going to do? What is your plan? What is your,
how do we progress you? How do we...
And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love that parenting style. We always complain about the strictness of our families, etc. But I like to believe when I inherit whatever like businesses or whatever assets my parents have accumulated over the years, I will not squander their efforts because of the strictness that they've given me throughout my life to be so independent, to solve problems on my own. That I'll never, ever, 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 if I, you know, even if someone had to look at me now and say, Lebo, come to Cape Town and run my company, everything's going to run smoothly.
Or you'll learn how to make it run.
Or I'll learn to make it run. But I'll never look at my parents and say, hi guys, how are you guys doing?
So I was speaking to a friend. Sorry for cutting you.
No stress. No, I'm done.
I was speaking to a friend of mine. I can't remember where we were. Also, just shift up a bit this side. Also, speaking to a friend. I don't know what was going on. Oh, I remember now. I was at the Connect Supper Club. All right, it's hosted and founded by Nirvana Nokwe. It's basically a space where she brings in people who can connect. It's like a semi-private event, right? So we had the likes of JR there. We had Lebo, who's like a profound speaker for like 2 generations. We had like photographers. We had Austin Malema. We had heads of the NBA. We had heads of marketing at Showmax. Big personalities, people that are there to connect. And a whole lot more. We had like MCs, presenters, you know, people that can basically connect together and, you know, help each other elevate each other's careers. And I was at this table and I was sitting next to the marketing manager of Matlosa. And then next to him was this lady, Lebo. I forget her name. I think Lebo Mashia. She's an amazing poet. In front of me, there's an amazing content creator, Alfie, right? And then to his left is a journalist, and then to Alfie's right, or my right to his left, there is a presenter. He's like a TV presenter, MC. And we're speaking about like Africa and like, you know, should we be living in solos or should we be living in community? And this is based off our career. Spoke about that for a while, and then we started speaking about parenting and how this guy, the marketing manager, Matlos, I can't remember his name, but he said, I think his name is Ter. I think his name is Ter. He said that him and Lebo said that the crazy thing is that the reason why South Africa is so messed up is because we all have so much trauma. He's like, we have trauma from apartheid, trauma from like growing up in apartheid, and now we're all just so depressed inside, which is why we have all these addictions. So we all are traumatized. And we started speaking about therapy, and then that conversation then redirected to my point about parenting and therapy. And this guy was like, he was in a baby shower, and he said that his friend was like, you know what, I've got these kids, they're 12, I've taught them how to be honest, how to be truthful, I've taught them how to be, you know, hardworking citizens, how to love. But I've never taught them how to exist in a world where those things don't exist. Yeah. Which brings us to what you're saying.
Yeah, I grew up very hard.
Growing up very hard.
Very hard.
So
guys.
I think what happened to us is that our parents didn't prioritize love and, you know, connecting. They prioritize how the real world works.
Yeah. They were like, yo, we want our kids to know that this thing is not sweet and sugar.
It's not sweet. It's not a savory. It's
not a slide of just joy.
It's not a slip and slide trying to provide.
Which again, you're unable to identify these things until you move out. Yeah. Until you get your first flat.
Then you realize why your parents were
so strict. Because
my parents' parenting style, I appreciate it.
Yeah. It's
made me a very independent person. That's obviously, it has its own problems. It has problems of its own because I struggle to ask for help. I struggle to work, you know, with people on my level, but that was all worked on. But when it's time for me to build something, when it's time for me to work, when it's time for me to be in a problem where I'm failing and there's no money or my degree is going bad, I know what I have to do. I know who's responsible. Because my dad always said, like, you are the person responsible for all of your shit.
And people learn that late.
People always have excuses. Yo, no, if only I had. No, brother. As soon as you realize that it's not about what you could have, have.
Just do.
It's about you taking what you have around you and making something. Yeah. You know, it's easy. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you're speaking from privilege. It's easier said than done. But from someone that's walked in my shoes, that is possible. I can't speak for somebody who's in a different path to me. Yeah, but I do know that, like, I've seen people who come from horrible situations and they are now multi-millionaires because they took what they had around them and they were able to absorb information and learn and grow.
Yeah, I think, for example, guys, you know, in terms of mindset, you know, I was looking at myself and saying to myself, okay, cool, you're unemployed, you know, you've done the whole living at home thing, wada wada. And keep in mind, my parents didn't call me and say, I want you guys to understand how strict my parents are. My parents didn't call me when I said, yo, guys, I don't have a job anymore. They called me and said, okay, cool, what are you going to do? They didn't say, yo, come home, come build again. Like, come, let's help you. Let's, you know, let's find a way for us together. My dad just said, you're an adult, ne? That was my dad's words to me. He said, you're an adult, ne? I said, yes, Papa. He said, okay, fix the problem. And I said, yeah, it's already being fixed. And he said, okay, sharp, then we'll see. And I said, yeah, it's even guaranteed. He's like, yeah, I know. And like, him just saying like, I know, and like my parents not stressing about me. You know, like after, guys, for example, I told my parents I'm unemployed. 2 days later, my dad was dancing. He sent the dancing video on. These people are fine. Yeah. And that is the type of parent I want to be. I have that much complete faith in my child. You
have so much faith in how you raise them that you know that I gave him the best, you know, high school experience. I gave him the best university experience.
He knows how to speak.
Him business.
He's confident.
Yeah,
he'll be fine. He'll be fine. And if he's not fine, we'll see from there. But he will be. There's
a 95% chance he's going to be fine.
But yeah, guys, I think that all of these things are learned over time about how you're raised. It is quite evident in how you treat yourself and how you treat your problem solving. Yeah. And I think that it comes out with the first time you move out, you know, you're living in res, and the first journey none of us speak about is buying groceries for the first time. Yeah. You know, you have a budget of money now. You know, you've never had that much money in your account because now you're living alone.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So when you got, let's just use figurative amounts, right? Yeah. You get an allowance of 2,000 Rand. In your first year.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I didn't get that much money, but yeah.
So you get an allowance of 2,000 Rand in your first year. Like, what was your first thing you did when your father said, okay, I'm going to give you 2,000 a month? Because they didn't say, the parents didn't say, here's 2K, you use this amount for this. They said, here's 2K.
Yeah. So for me, it was always like, okay, I'll tell you, I won't lie. The first month I drank it. I partied, wada.
McD's, you used to buy so much Big Macs.
You realize you get hungry during the week. Yeah. Because you're only partying on Wednesday. And then the next month after that, I started buying groceries and like things to like actually eat when you're studying, etc. Takeouts, planning for that. And again, like I love this thing of how changing your environment produces growth in mindset. I think it's like we said in the beginning of the podcast when we spoke about addictions, how in our comfort phases, we lack thinking of how to improve and etc. And when you get forced, that's why I'm so big. Like, guys, all I want to do is move to Cape Town. Alone, by the way, because I know that's when my biggest success will come. I'll have no friends. I'll have no family. It'll just literally be me. And I think that sort of uncomfort produces a certain level of success. And the same thing happens when you apply to university. Yeah. You know, you have kids coming from KZN going to Cape Town, you know, and those guys become great academics, Munna. Why? No friends, no family. Whereas the other ones, have you ever seen the people that are born in Pretoria and study in Pretoria? Thato.
Yeah, real.
Compared to the bro that's eating Tupperware and a spoon, he's eating beans and bread at res. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a lot more to prove to the space compared to the people that are from the space. You know what I'm saying?
100%. I know with me when I've got my first allowance, completely different. I first said, okay, cool, I'm getting 2K. I have to buy groceries. And I said, okay, cool. I went on to Macro. Oh, Mr. Pick and Pay home. Pick and Pay. I was like, okay, cool. How much is this meat? I literally did a breakdown.
Really?
Yeah, that's okay. How much are eggs? I'm like, okay, I need breakfast. Okay, I need this thing. Okay, I've got a card which can give me lunch on campus. Okay,
yes,
cool.
yes.
And then from there, I was like, okay, cool. I now have 1,000 a month for me to do whatever I want to do. Airtime, whatever. Then I said 1,000 divided by 4 is 250. So I knew each week I have to spend a maximum of 250. So I'd low-key go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, try not to buy any fast foods, anything. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's when I'd buy like a kota, I'd buy myself Big Mac, I'd chill with my friends, I get a 6-pack, we'll put money together, buy a bottle. So I thought you were going to say the same thing.
No, bro.
Because that's how Papa equipped me to like.
No, man. I was in first year. I was a wild child. I want to have fun. I'm with my friends. It's a new environment. My parents are not here. Yeah. Of course, I wilded out a bit in the beginning, but again, it's like I said, after some time, you realize that this is you. Yeah. The choices you make every single day impact your life.
Yeah, and it's so crazy, bro. Like, I remember in university, like, you had money. You're like, okay, cool. I've got money. But you had no idea that, like, where you're paying for your parents pay for it.
Yeah.
Like if you had a car, your parents pay for the car.
Yeah.
When you now transition into the real world where we are now, it's okay, cool. I have to pay for a car every single month. That car needs insurance of its own. I need to get car insurance. Then I have to get.
You also need insurance. It's called medical aid.
I need insurance, and that's okay, cool. I need a cell phone. I've got a cell phone thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to build a credit score. Let me buy this TV on credit. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, cool. I need to go to the gym. How much is a gym subscription? You know, I need to buy airtime. I need Wi-Fi for my place. And those expenses keep building and building and building. I need to get a retirement fund because
keep in mind,
I want to retire one day.
And then keep in mind, he's speaking like all of this in one sentence, but these are things that happen throughout years of your 20s.
Yeah, for me it was different.
You don't graduate, guys, get a job and pay insurance, get medical aid, you do one by one.
For me it was different. So I think we have different journeys.
Yes, definitely.
Because like with me, I started making money in university. So within my first year, I had a little bit of money. Then I removed myself from my family's medical aid. I got my own Discovery, and then from there, I got a car. And then I started paying for the car within the first 2 months. But like, and then also like I moved back home, but home was not home anymore. It was a house where you and I stayed together. So now I was paying rent.
Then we paid rent.
So within the first 2 months of me actually starting, I actually was paying for everything.
Yeah.
And then eventually, okay, cool. I think I need to get myself like, you know.
But you moved into the so Thato moved into. He was I moved back home first.
Oh yes, I'm skipping a whole year.
He skipped a whole year. I was straight.
No, you moved back home too.
I had a job straight after university.
Yeah, but then you moved back home. You only moved to an apartment.
Yes, and then I moved back home. But I paid rent in the same year.
Only after you got to jail.
Which was in Jan. I paid rent from I graduated, got a job, and started paying rent. From the get-go. Not
yeah.
I didn't have a year.
Where you graduated like, but then you finished in like October, November.
Remember I dropped out of things, so I only had 3 months off. I dropped out of honors.
Yeah, but so now you went.
So the 4, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I had 4 months.
There was a point where Lebo started working and then he stopped working. You went back to honors. Then honors you went.
Yes, that's what you're thinking of.
Yes, so it was a year for like yeah.
Yes.
So it was inverted because he went back to school.
Yeah,
but from the jump you started paying rent.
I paid rent, yeah, from the get go. But I'm a different case. I didn't pay the medical aid. I was still on my family's medical aid plan.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't pay for my phone. My family paid for my phone.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, these are the things they see the amount of money coming in. They're like, okay, Lebo can't afford A, B, and C, but he can afford feeding himself petrol, wada. Like my car's paid off, so there was never a conversation of payments and etc.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm picking up insurance and stuff for the car, which has been the conversation for like 3 months now. But again, consideration. They won't ever force me to like take on a burden that I don't think I'm ready for, which is nice about family. But at the same time, it's like
I feel like you downplayed that amount of support.
It is
because it's a big amount of support. Because that's cash flow. Like if you think about it, like it's really
that's a solid like what 3,000 I don't spend every month.
Well, a car depends. Like if you bought a car, you could range.
Paid. It was already paid.
But I'm saying like if you had to be paying for a car, it would range from like 3 to 6. It depends on the car you buy.
Yeah.
Medical aid for the car.
I drive a Hyundai, so it's probably gonna be like, I know it's like the latest model right now is 3.8, but that is also like with balloon payments and temper. But my point is huge blessings from families that we also don't see. Yeah.
I want to play a game, guys. So we got a game here just to lighten up the mood a bit. It's a game of Would You Rather, and we're talking about weird roommate traits. Right?
Yeah.
So would you rather have a roommate who snores in a different language?
What does that even mean? Like, supposed to gender?
Sorry, I did not expect AI to say this. Would you rather have a roommate who snores in a different language every night?
How do you snore in a different language? Please show me how you snore in a different language. Snore in Zulu. I was thinking, how you lap?
Snore in Tswana.
I'd probably be like,
Afrikaans.
Yeah, they definitely.
Neil.
Yeah, but anyway.
Anyway, so would you rather have a roommate who snores in a different language every night, or one who only eats food that starts with the letter Q?
What's a food that starts with the letter Q, Thato? Okay, so he's eating random food that I can't identify, or he snores. I'd rather the food.
Yeah, let him do his own thing, right?
But you guys don't know. I had a roommate long ago. We were. When you move into res, the first year you have a roommate the entire
yeah
for your first year. I had a roommate and I was a night owl. and he was like a morning bird, etc. And the difference, guys, I want to say this: when you live with someone who doesn't live the same life,
Yeah, because you're sharing a light, by the way.
you're sharing a light, by the way. We can switch off the lights or switch it on. I'm up all night studying, etc. I don't like working during the day. I like being active at night when I was in university. So I'd study the whole night, until like 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Then sleep throughout the day, chill during the day. He was I'm using the entire day at night. I sleep 8 p.m. So now we had war. Because he'd wake up and, he'd play music loud. That's his routine. And at night, I'm chilling, I'm talking, my friends are coming, they're studying with me, So that conflict of living style made me realize that I will never, and I mean, no matter the price, ever share a house or a room again with anyone else. Ever again.
Yeah.
Now, my friend, on the other hand, my friend shows he has a roommate now to this day. He's 25, I'm 25. He has a roommate. And I always look at him and I say, brother, how do you do it? How do you, can you imagine yourself right now for a roommate?
No, that's insane.
Right?
Yeah, it's insane. Imagine like I'm shooting my podcast, someone's downstairs working.
Say, Thato,
Dog,
out of milk.
No, dog, boy, Thato, boy, you should be done shooting at 3, boy. It's 19 minutes past 3.
Oh, worst. He has a girlfriend who lives with you guys.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
and by the way, me and my brother were roommates, but that was also like
we were housemates.
So that's
a nice
way
It's
better.
a different experience.
It's basically having a flat and having a neighbor.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally.
Then you share a kitchen.
Yeah, you share a kitchen.
We didn't cook together.
We didn't cook. We barely cooked. I had Uber Eats every night, basically.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Would you rather have a roommate who has secret obsession with collecting antique doorknobs, or one who insists on wearing a full suit of armor to dinner?
A full suit of armor.
That would be an experience. Like, I'd love to see a
It's a party trick.
Yeah. It's like, guys, my roommate wears this thing every night.
I'd borrow it every Halloween. I'd say, can I borrow
dress
this
like
thing?
you?
Yeah.
Would you rather have a roommate who has a bizarre fear of buttons, or one who only wears clothes with cartoon characters on them?
That's going to piss me off.
The buttons thing.
Nah, the cartoon.
No, but imagine. Level. Yeah. Can you come switch off the light?
Imagine La Parada and he's wearing like SpongeBob.
But why are you chilling with your roommate?
Oh, dog. Your roommate, look, he becomes your friend, boy.
That's
you do
so
everything
true.
together, bro.
I had a roommate in university who cleaned 3 times the entire year.
Ha!
You remember? You remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My roommate was a clean freak. Like, a complete clean freak. I was the opposite.
Didn't he get angry when you used to sweep at night?
Oh, yes. He had like, but that's beliefs and stuff. He had like what's it called?
Superstition.
Superstitions, thank you. So he had the superstition that a person not supposed to use a broom at night. It's not about sweeping. It was just about using the broom at
He's from Limpopo?
No, he was from Rusty Dusty.
Okay. Would you rather have a roommate who has a strange habit of counting backwards from 100 before doing anything? Or one who only uses a flashlight to navigate the apartment, even during the day? That's actually fine. Yo, bro, can we go buy milk? Just wait. 100, 99, 98. Or every time you're seeing, like, as you see him, he's chilling. He's just like, hey, what's up, dog? You're nice. My flash is on, by the way, to the people watching.
Whenever I move out.
That'll be weird, hey? And some people have really weird
roommates.
Weird and bizarre things that they do, like, all of the
Yeah, but we know
time.
majority of you guys will probably be having a roommate right now and you're watching this with them. Comment down below what's the wildest story that you've had with your roommate so we can actually get a sense of how bad roommates are in South Africa, you know?
100%.
Very, very interested in that. You guys let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know for like us, like, and this was a crazy thing. I know Level just said he would never ever like live with the people ever again. We are considering getting a house together.
Yeah,
as Majita. Like,
yeah.
we're literally considering, like, okay, cool, guys. The channel is making some money. We all pay rent.
Yeah.
How about we get a house which is big enough, which will enable a studio? And it's like, the house is a studio for us. But it's like, what are your, that for me, it's so scary. Like, it sounds so amazing. But I can't imagine, like, waking up every day.
And hearing Khunse shouting in the kitchen. Type shit! In the kitchen. Low key in the kitchen every single day. Like,
Also,
I'm talking about you having like a romantic night with a girl.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, the sunset lamp is on.
Yeah.
In the kitchen. Nah, boy, land, boy. They're making a Percy and thing are making a hubble in the kitchen.
Time it's like 2 a.m.
It's 2 a.m.
They're
They
inviting
chopping.
people over.
Yeah, dude, Tina's landing.
Because the house comes with power. Like, why wouldn't your friends always visit you? It's like, oh, dude, my friends, as much as they have a house.
So we all like to say this idea, but I like the idea of, yo guys, let's just have a dedicated office space.
Yes, I've been really looking at studios because I really want to open my own personal studio for my network, and then I want ASM to actually contribute and potentially, you know,
Yeah, like
own some of the studio space.
I think I'd love it if every Tuesday we'd meet like in a random studio flat in Midrand, and you know we have like a huge whiteboard, and it's like, yo guys, this is what we want to achieve this month, you know, and having those stand-up meetings there, because what that does is it makes your content intentional.
Yes,
you know, it's easy for, I think people don't know this, but there's a lot of planning that goes into Asmadita. In fact, there's a lot of planning that goes into all of our brands. It's a lot of time that is taken from all of that. So just having a dedicated office space where you can leave that side of you there and not bring it back home, that would be beautiful. You know,
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
This conversation has been really amazing, guys. I really enjoyed the fact that we're having it like at this time of the year, because everyone is like getting new apartments, considering to apply for residence. Should I stay at home? And to my younger audience, like if you guys are going to be going to university, crazy if I still have viewers at that age. I'd love to know if we still do. I also want to let you guys know that like in life, bro, experiences are meant to be experienced, and you can't plan life to the T. Life will always come with its ups and downs, and it's up to you to put into your own hands and decide, okay, cool, if I choose to go and stay in res, how do I make this the best of my experiences? If I choose to stay alone, how do I make this the best of my experiences? And this applies into relationships, into friendships. Like there's no right decision in life. It's up to you having confidence to have made that decision. I know with me, this year when it was time for me to make some really life-changing decisions, I told myself, even if I'm doing the wrong thing, my heart wants to do this thing, and once I do this thing, I have to deal with the consequences, pick myself up and keep moving. So if you're watching this podcast, I want to tell you to keep moving and to do one very important thing, and that's to subscribe, because we need each and every single one of your guys' subscriptions. Like, I would really appreciate you guys subscribe. We are on the road to 200,000 subscribers. I think we're currently at, and mind you guys, we never asked you guys on this channel to subscribe.
I ask every single video.
Do you?
Yeah.
We are current. You know how many subscribers we have on this channel?
198.
We have 194,000 subscribers, and we are 6,000 subscribers away to hitting 200,000 subscribers. Crazy. Now that I said that out loud, and I appreciate everyone that keeps coming back. Like, it's really, really amazing. To the members, we know we've been, you know, giving you guys the membership content. I just want to say thank you to you guys too. This has been such an amazing journey. You guys saw last month, we are basically a radio station. We're speaking about such amazing brands. And to end of the podcast, I want to tell you guys, if you want to start a podcast, it is possible with Spotify for podcasters. And if you guys do not know, Spotify has now enabled you guys to watch the videos as you're watching them right here on YouTube on Spotify. If you're listening to this podcast anywhere else, head over to Spotify and check out the video version too, guys. We'd really appreciate that. And don't be scared to start your podcasting journey, guys. It is possible. It's a lot of fun. There is money to be made, and you can really cultivate an amazing community as we have, because we really love connecting with you guys every single week. So make sure that you guys get Spotify for podcasters to get your journey started, or simply move to Spotify and watch the video.
Yeah, guys, and that's not all. If you've missed out on maybe one video or two videos in the past, like 10 videos, it's also available on Spotify, guys. So please head down there and go check out your boys Seated on Spotify. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Go check out your boys Seated on Spotify.
Also, guys, we've got a brand new logo coming very soon. I'm going to show you guys in the next episode. I'm so excited for it. And on top of that, we've got something really exciting. We've got some limited edition merch coming for you guys very, very soon. So it's going to be a go on, baby.
Ray-Bans and Catamaran.